Good afternoon, Andy Santor, Director of Instruction, Mill Creek Golf Course, Youngstown, Ohio. It is November 21st, 2012. I'm here on our new learning center, and this is actually me, and what I'm going to do is show you a drill that you can do during the off-season to improve how your body sequences during the golf swing. How our body sequences is very important in determining, number one, the position of the club head, when we swing, whether it gets on plane or off a plane. I'm not going to talk too much about that. And it also determines how solid we hit it and how far we hit it. So first thing I'm going to do is show you a common mistake that many of our students do when they come to us. They do what's their body goes into what's called an early extension, or they lose their posture. If you've heard golfers say, I came out of the shot, this is what they're referring to, what happens. I'm going to go into a downswing here. My body has assumed, I have my arms across my chest there, and my body has assumed its position at the top of a backswing. And on their downswing, you can see my lower body's moving toward the ball, my upper body's moving away from the ball. I've lost my posture, and when you hear golfers say, I have difficult time staying down with the shot, this is what they're feeling. So this is a drill that will give you a feel to how to improve that. Okay, here we'll go. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to go into a backswing here. My right hip, or my trail side hip, will internally rotate against that alignment stick or against the wall. If you're doing this indoors, you could also do this indoors. Okay, there's my backswing. As I go into my downswing, you'll see my left will rotate back up against that alignment stick or back up against that wall. So my pelvis has stayed back. I've maintained my posture, and you can see I've maintained my forward flexion there in my golf swing. And doing this, my body's able to rotate. Okay, going to do another example of how to do it. I'll show it in real-time speed, back and through. This is how you can perform the drill. Now I'm going to grab a club in my hand. Okay, and here I'm going into a backswing. And I'm going to show you some things, what happens when you get a club in your hand. Okay, my body will early extend here. There you see my lower body's moving toward the ball, my upper body's moving away from the ball. I'm losing my posture. And what I'm doing here, you'll hear this made reference to also, the club gets stuck. When the club gets stuck, what a golfer is referring to, it gets trapped behind them, like it has here in my case. What I'm going to have to do, not only does the club get a little bit out of position, you can see my body is not rotating there very well. At some point at this, my body's going to have to wait on the golf club. My sequencing is going to get off, my timing's going to get off, and I'm going to have to usually make some sort of compensation in the impact area to make contact. Sometimes I'm going to be able to do that, sometimes I'm not. So there I'm showing you an example of getting the club stuck behind you. Here I'm going to show you another example, another common thing that can happen. Went a little too far there. Sorry about that. Okay, go to the top here. Another thing you'll see is, once again, my body will go into early extension, and there I'll swing out over top of my swing plane. And we see this very often as well. And the reason is, when my body goes into early extension, I'll continue through there. You can see there my pelvis has moved into the space so that my arms and the golf club have to travel. So here we're going to show you. And once again, this is a good drill you can do during the off season, with a club, without a club. It doesn't matter. I'm doing this obviously on our learning center outdoors. You can do it indoors, right up against the wall. Here I'm going to go into a backswing. Okay, you can see there my right side, or my trail side, has internally rotated around that alignment stick. And now I'll go into a downswing. And there my pelvis has stayed back. I've maintained my posture, and you can see I've allowed that golf club to swing on plane. And once again, the reason is my pelvis has stayed posterior to my sternum, and now there is room for my body, or for my arms and the golf club, to travel during the downswing. So do some of these drills over in the winter. Once again, you can do them inside, crossing your arms across your chest. That'll give you an excellent feel for how it's going to feel when you do it correctly. And you can do it with a club in your hand if you're going and hitting balls indoors. Work on some of these things, and if you can, you'll improve how your body sequences, and in turn, hit better golf shots. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.